Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your science teacher Saba Kiran from Multan Public School and College. I hope you all are enjoying good health. So let's start our today's lesson. Dear students, in the previous video we have learned about sense of hearing. Today we will learn about sense of touch and the topic is skin and touching. Dear students, do you know which part of body do we use to touch different objects? Any guess? Yes, we use our skin to touch and feel different objects. Now let's come with me to learn about skin and touching. Dear students, open your science book, page number 23. Topic is skin and touching. Now listen to me carefully. Dear students, our skin gives us our sense of touch. It means we can touch or feel with our skin. What does our sense of touch tell us about things? Dear students, what do you think? What does our sense of touch tell us about things? Okay, let me tell you. Our sense of touch tells us whether something is hot, like tea is hot, or something is cold, like ice cream is cold. Our sense of touch also tells us whether something is hard or soft, wet or dry. Now touch some objects to find out, but be careful about what you touch because some objects are too hot and some objects are too cold. So we should have to be careful about what we touch. In the first one picture, you can see a boy. What do you think? What he is holding in his hand? Any guess? Yes, he is holding honey jar in his hand. And do you know what he is saying? He is saying, my sense of touch tells me that the honey is wet and sticky. What do you think? Honey is wet and sticky? Yes, our sense of touch tells us that honey is wet and sticky. Now, look at the second one picture. What this girl is holding in her hand? Any guess? Yes, this girl is holding a blanket in her hand and she is saying, my sense of touch tells me that the blanket is soft and warm. Dear students, what do you think? Blanket is soft and warm? Yes. And in the last one picture, the girl is holding a glass. Do you know what is in the glass? There are ice cubes in the glass. Dear students, now tell me that ice cube is hard or soft when you touch it? Yes, ice cube is hard and it is cold and wet also. Do you know what the girl is saying when she touches ice cube? So let's read with me. The girl is saying the ice cube is hard. It is also making my fingers cold and wet. Dear students, do you know our sense of touch can tell us whether something is hot or cold, rough or smooth, hard or soft, wet or dry, and sharp or blunt. Now let's see some examples of these objects with me. Dear students, first of all we will discuss about hot and cold objects. Now look at the picture and guess, what is this? Yes, this is a cup of tea. Now think, it is hot or cold? Any guess? Yes, it is hot object. Now what is this? This is fire. Dear students, tell me, fire is hot or cold object? Yes, it is hot object and we should not touch it. Now any guess what is the next one object? Wow, what is this? Yes, this is ice cream. Now tell me, ice cream is hot or cold? Yes, ice cream is cold. In the next one picture, these are ice cubes and ice cubes are cold. Dear students, these are some example of hot and cold objects. Now you have to think about some more hot and cold objects. Now we will discuss about some hard and soft objects. Okay, let me help you to give some examples of hard and soft objects. Like in this picture, what you can see? Any guess? What is this? Yes, this is table. Dear students, what do you think? Table is hard or soft when we touch it? Yes, table is hard. Look at this picture. What is this? Dear students, when you touch a piece of wood, what you can feel? Is it hard or soft? Yes, it is hard. Now, we will see some soft objects. Dear students, have you ever touched a jelly? What do you think? It is hard or soft when you touch it? Yes, it is soft. And what about pillow? Yes, pillow is also a soft object. I have given you some examples of hard and soft objects. Now you can try to think about some more hard and soft objects. Here are some examples of sharp and blunt objects. Dear students, do you know what are sharp and blunt objects? Okay, let me help you. I will show you some pictures. These pictures will help you to know about sharp and blunt objects. Like knife and scissors are sharp objects, and hammer and bamboo rolling pin are blunt objects. Dear students, we should have to be careful when we are using these objects. Dear students, do you know what is texture? The texture of something tells us whether it has a rough or smooth surface. Like a rough surface may feel sandy, hairy, thorny or bumpy. In these pictures, you can see some examples of rough surface. First one is sandy sandpaper. The surface of sandy sandpaper is rough when we touch it. Let me give you another example of glitter sheet. When we touch the surface of glitter sheet, it is also rough. Next one example of rough surface is hairy body. Like in this picture, you can see a cat. In the next one picture, you can see thorny plant. The surface of thorny plant is also rough when we touch it. And the last one example of rough surface is bumpy bubble wrap. The surface of bumpy bubble wrap is also rough when we touch it. These are some examples of rough surface textures. Now we will see some examples of smooth surface. A smooth surface may be silky, glassy, or waxy. Like in the first one picture, you can see silky silk. The texture of silk is very smooth when we touch it. And the texture of glassy marbles are very smooth when we touch them. And in the last one picture, we can see waxy candle. Here are some more examples of rough and smooth objects. For example, the surface of rock, wood, and pineapple is rough when we touch them, as you can see in these pictures. Dear students, any guess about razor, apple, and balloon? What do you think? The surface of razor, apple, and balloon is smooth or rough? Yes, the surface of razor, apple, and balloon is smooth. Now it's your turn. You will have to think some more examples of rough and smooth objects. Dear students, today we have learned that our skin gives us our sense of touch, and our sense of touch can tell us about the texture of surfaces. For example, the surface is rough or smooth. It can also tell us whether something is hot or cold, hard or soft, wet or dry, sharp or blunt. Dear students, now try it out. Use your sense of touch to find out about the objects around you. Group the objects using the table below. But be careful, do not touch objects that are hot, too cold, sharp, or poisonous. Now look at the table below and write the objects like warm, cold or cool, rough, smooth, hard, soft, wet, and dry objects. Now open your science book, page number 24, and write the objects using the table. Dear students, I hope you have learnt about skin and touching. Thank you.